Okay, guys, so today we are going to be talking about color theory. And color theory is the idea of how colors mix together and how you make other colors. So today we are going to take a look and make a few colors. So the first thing I want you guys to think about are, what are colors made out of? What are colors, how are different colors made? And the easiest way to think about it is primary colors. And primary colors have been talked about for a very long time in like elementary school and how you mix colors and make other colors. And you have three complementary colors. Your three colors are red, blue, and yellow. And the reason why these three are complementary colors is because literally they are the colors that make up all others. So no matter what you do, you can't make these colors from others. So you can't mix red and blue together and ever make a yellow. You can't mix blue and yellow together to ever make a red. All of these things are primary colors. So our primary colors are red, blue, and yellow. So with those in mind, and with the knowledge that all other colors are made out of these three, what we're going to look at is what happens when you mix them together. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to mix yellow and blue, red and blue, and yellow and red. So when you mix blue and yellow, you get green. The reason why you get green is because that is right in between blue and yellow. So if you mix one part blue and one part yellow, what you're going to get is green. So now if we do yellow and red, what you're going to get is orange. And that will be, again, right in between yellow and red. Finally, if we do blue and red, you get purple. And this is our color wheel. So, you know what? I will hold off on doing that. So these are our secondary colors: green, orange, and purple. Secondary colors: green, orange, and purple. And the reason why they're called secondary colors is because that's what happens when you mix exact evenly between red and blue, you get purple. Mix exact evenly between red and yellow, you get orange. And exactly evenly between blue and yellow, you get green. So those are what happens when you mix them evenly. But what we're starting to notice is if you look, they also have ones that are opposite of one another. And this opposite is actually very, very important. Because it talks about what it takes to make each color. So, if we look at yellow, what's opposite of it is purple. If we look at blue, we go opposite of it, we get orange. And if we look at red, our opposite of it is green. And the reason why they are opposites is because red has no parts in green because it's blue plus yellow. If we look at blue, it has no parts in orange because that's red plus yellow. If we look at yellow, there are no parts in purple because it's blue plus red. So, these opposites are known as complementary colors. And complementary colors are talking about where they are on the color wheel. So how they sit across from one another. And how you can't ever mix an orange that uses blue and you can't mix a green that uses red without changing those colors. You're never going to get that. So, one thing I want you guys to look at is what happens when they become right next to one another. So, if we look at, we'll do red and green. So let's say I have a red line right here, and right next to it, I go ahead, choose our green, the complementary color that we know is the opposite. What happens is these two colors are trying to compete with one another. So, our green and red, right here, this line will start to vibrate. And a lot of people will have trouble looking at these lines. And that's because the red is trying to capture your eye and the green is trying to capture your eye. And what happens is they start to fight right where they meet. And it makes the edge look blurrier and blurrier and blurrier the more you look at it. So, that's what happens when they are right next to one another. But something very interesting happens when you mix them. So, we already know that when you have colors, that are opposite of one another, they don't like one another. So, let's say I take we'll do red and green. We'll do the purple and orange. Or purple and yellow, my bad. We take purple, and we start to slowly try and mix it into a yellow. What happens then? From here, we will go ahead and pick our yellow. We take our yellow and we go to this other side of the bar. We start to mix it into this purple. You'll start to see that the colors start to change. And one thing that I'm noticing is that we're getting a lot of red. So, what I'm going to do is I am going to choose the right purple. start to mix it back with that yellow. So what I'm doing is I'm mixing little bits of the red and a little bit of the blue and a little bit of the yellow all together. And what happens is I mixed purple with yellow, and what I got was the color black. The reason why you get a black is because, again, these colors are trying to fight with one another. So when you put purple and mix it with yellow, what happens is it turns to black. So right here in the center, what happens is they all mix. When you mix them across, they turn to black. So, same thing. Right now we've done it with our yellow and purple. Same thing will happen with blue and orange and red and green. All of these will mix to a black. So what I want you guys to do is I want you guys to make up your color wheel. Go ahead and label your primary colors, your secondary colors, and over here, make up your complementary colors. And then I want you guys to take all three of your primaries and mix them with their complementary colors in order to make a black. All right, so as an example, I will do we'll do the blue and orange. So as of right now, I will choose a blue. From there, I will go to an orange, and I will try and mix them. As I mix them, you'll see how it turns black. So I want you to do that with all three of them. And next week, or Thursday, what we'll be working on is how these colors mixing all works together to make different colors and how you can actually use it in a painting. Okay.